Imagine a boy from Harlem who lost his father at 4 years old and grew up on the tough streets of New York. Now, think of that same boy becoming one of the biggest names in hip-hop, building a billion-dollar empire. Sounds like the American dream, right? But what if I told you that behind this success lies a web of scandals, mysterious deaths, and shocking accusations that go far beyond the world of music? This is the story of Sean Diddy Combs, a man whose name you know, but whose true story will leave you jaw-dropped. Get ready for a journey that goes from stardom to the criminal underworld, passing through conspiracies involving some of the biggest names in rap. Sean John Combs was born in 1969 on the busy streets of Harlem, New York. His childhood was marked by a tragedy that would change the course of his life. At 4 years old, in 1973, his father was murdered. This event left young Sean in the sole care of his mother, who took on the difficult task of raising him alone on the streets of Harlem and Mount Vernon. The premature loss of his father was not just a moment of pain, but a turning point in Sean's life. It was from here that his journey, which would lead him to become the influential Diddy, really began. As the years passed, Sean grew up with ambitions bigger than his neighborhood. In the early 90s, he arrived at Howard University, determined to conquer the business world. However, fate had other plans for him. An internship at Uptown Records in 1989 lit a flame that would change the course of his life forever. Combs quickly stood out for his ability to identify promising talents. He invested heavily in R&B, a musical style that Uptown didn't focus on much, which helped him gain prestige within the company. In 1993, after being fired from Uptown Records, Combs founded his own record label, Bad Boy Records. This was not just a business, but a declaration of independence and a platform for his artistic and entrepreneurial vision. It was at Bad Boy Records that Combs' path definitively crossed with that of Christopher Wallace, better known as Notorious B.I.G. Combs saw potential in B.I.G., who at the time was focusing on R&B, and promised to release an album of his. In 1996, Combs released his first work as a rapper. The album was an immediate success, keeping him at the top of the music charts for several consecutive weeks. This release marked his transition from producer and businessman to artist, consolidating his position as a multifaceted figure in the hip-hop industry. In 1998, Combs expanded his empire beyond music, launching his own clothing brand, Sean John. This venture proved to be a success, culminating in 2004 when Combs received the Menswear Designer of the Year award from the Council of Fashion Designers of America. Between 1999 and 2001, Sean Combs maintained a high-profile relationship with Jennifer Lopez. During this period, the couple was involved in an incident at a New York nightclub in December 1999, where a shooting occurred. Combs and Lopez fled the scene but were detained by police. A gun was found in Combs' car, resulting in charges of illegal weapon possession and bribery against him. 2 years later, Combs was acquitted, while his friend Shine was sentenced to 10 years in prison for the incident. In 2001, a woman named Talia, then 25 years old, alleged that she had been abused by Sean Combs and his bodyguard, Joseph Sherman. According to her account, she was invited to a meeting at Combs' studio, where she drank a glass of wine and lost consciousness. When she woke up, she was naked and tied up, having been abused by both men. Talia claimed that the incident was filmed and the video shown to several people. She kept silent for more than 2 decades due to fear, but decided to report it after discovering about the recording in 2023. Before we continue, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of these stories. In 2006, Diddy was interviewed by Oprah and talked about the white parties. He stated that the goal of these parties was to integrate hip-hop into the elite of the very rich, creating a space where everyone was on the same level, wearing the same color. However, there are suggestions that this explanation was false. In reality, these parties, held between 1998 and 2009, were exclusive events where guests arrived dressed in white, but often ended up drunk, nearly overdosed, and without clothes. The story of Sean Diddy Combs is intrinsically linked to two of the biggest names in hip-hop. Tupac Shakur and Christopher Wallace, better known as Notorious B.I.G. Dr. Dre owned Death Row Records in California, with Suge Knight as a partner and managed Tupac's career. Combs, on the other side of the country, owned Bad Boy Records and managed Notorious B.I.G. in New York. Initially, in 1993, they all met and became friends. B.I.G. even asked Tupac to be his manager, fearing that Combs' label, being new, might fail. Tupac refused, saying Combs would handle it. The friendship went downhill in November 1994. Tupac was in New York for a hearing related to a sexual abuse accusation. He decided to visit a major record label in the area, where coincidentally, Notorious B.I.G. and Combs were present. As he went up in the elevator, Tupac was attacked by 3 men. He resisted, tried to draw his gun, but ended up taking 5 shots. The aggressors also stole his jewelry. Tupac believed that Combs had set up an ambush for him and that B.I.G. was aware of everything. After this incident, the rivalry between the rappers intensified, resulting in several songs with indirect threats. Tupac, after getting out of prison, released several songs with his new manager, Suge Knight, including direct attacks against Combs and B.I.G. Tupac died on September 13, 1996, at 25 years old. He was shot in Las Vegas, receiving shots to the head, groin, and hand. The attack occurred after Tupac and Suge Knight had gotten into a fight with Orlando Anderson, allegedly a member of a powerful faction. Notorious B.I.G. was killed on March 9, 1997, at 24 years old in Los Angeles. He was shot while leaving a party, in a similar manner to Tupac. Theories emerged that Combs was involved in the deaths of both rappers. Regarding Tupac, a suspect named Keffe D., Orlando Anderson's uncle, was arrested in 2023. Keffe D. alleged that Combs had paid $1 million for him and his crew to take care of Tupac. As for B.I.G.'s death, theories emerged that Combs had planned the death of his own artist to profit from his music rights after his death. A former bodyguard of Combs stated in an interview that the official version of B.I.G.'s death did not correspond to reality, suggesting that he was instructed to lie about the events of that night. These accusations gained more strength when rapper 50 Cent, in his 2006 song The Bomb, insinuated that Combs knew who killed B.I.G. and continued to profit from the rapper's death. In 2018, Kim Porter, Diddy's ex-wife and mother of 4 of his children, suddenly passed away. Despite appearing healthy, she died of pneumonia. Her death occurred after she announced that she was going to release a biography revealing truths about her ex-husband. There are speculations about suspicious circumstances. A medical examiner who found traces of drugs in Kim's body also died mysteriously, as did the investigator of this case. In 2022, Sean Combs' net worth was estimated at $1 billion. This fortune is the result of his various business activities, including his music career, Bad Boy Records label, his Sean John clothing brand, and his venture in the beverage sector, Combs Wines and Spirits. At the end of 2023, public allegations of sexual misconduct against Sean Diddy Combs began to emerge. The trigger was a multi-million-dollar lawsuit filed by his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, with whom he had a relationship for more than 10 years. The accusations included sexual assault, rape, harassment, and trafficking of women. Although this specific case was settled out of court, it paved the way for 11 other complaints to come to light in the following months, with alleged victims reporting incidents that occurred between 1991 and 2009. In February 2024, new accusations against Combs came to light. Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a cinematographer and music producer, accused Combs of extortion, sexual assault, sex trafficking, and grooming. Jones claimed to have audio-visual evidence to support his allegations. In May 2024, surveillance cameras captured images that allegedly showed Combs physically assaulting Cassie Ventura. Faced with this evidence, Combs made a public apology, no longer able to deny the accusations of physical assault against him. In September 2024, Sean Diddy Combs was indicted by a federal grand jury in Manhattan. The charges were serious, including sex trafficking, extortion, and leading a criminal network. The 14-page indictment focused on the so-called freak-offs, parties organized by Combs that involved sexual activities, drug and alcohol use, and non-consensual filming used for blackmail. Combs's companies were implicated in crimes such as drug trafficking, kidnapping, arson, and bribery. During police operations at Combs's residences in Los Angeles and Miami, authorities seized a variety of incriminating items. Among the confiscated objects were weapons, ammunition, drugs, and a significant amount of lubricants. After his arrest, Combs tried to obtain bail, offering an amount of $50 million, equivalent to more than 250 million reais. Combs's defense argued that freedom was necessary for the well-being of his minor children, especially considering that the mother of the twins had passed away. However, the request was denied by the justice system, keeping Combs in custody while awaiting trial. The story of Sean "Diddy" Combs is a narrative of dramatic rise and fall. From an ambitious young man from Harlem to a music and fashion magnate, Combs built an impressive empire. However, recent accusations, legal proceedings, and conspiracy theories involving the deaths of Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. cast a shadow over his career, raising serious questions about the true cost of his success and the dark side of fame and power in the entertainment industry. While many questions remain unanswered, Combs's legacy continues to be a subject of intense debate and scrutiny. His story serves as a reminder of the complexities and contradictions often present in the world of entertainment, where success and controversy frequently go hand in hand. What did you think of this story? Sean "Diddy" Combs's life is certainly full of twists and controversies. If you like this content and want to stay up to date with more fascinating stories from the world of music and entertainment, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Leave your comment below, sharing your opinion about this story and suggesting who you'd like to see in the next video. Until next time.